Was it? Today's Monday. It's June 22nd, and it was a terrible day. Terrible day. I was supposed to do power snatch plus hang snatch as this is going to be like the last week of this complex pushing weights, and I didn't even hit a single top set at 195. Um, that's why I have all these question marks there. I really don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm more than strong enough, and I feel like my technique is actually pretty good. Um, I guess just that kind of finesse thing where it's like if it's off by even just a little, it matters a lot, and I think that alone is what's causing me to miss. So right there, like warming up, I thought I was gonna do pretty well today at 115. Again, this is super light, but it was moving quickly, moving well, and then I just get to the heavier weights and just I was unable to execute. Uh, you'll see a lot of them are really close misses. Like even all these warm up sets feel really good. I'm trying to practice that shin forward thing for the hang snatch positioning start, and it feels like I'm doing it properly, but I guess at heavier weights, you see that right there. That's a again it's a warm up play, but it's really nice. The timing is good, the positioning is good, the bar path is good. It's just that at heavier weights, it just seems to not flow as well, and it just doesn't turn out well. Here's my last warm up set. Here's so I overpulled that one, but it's like I overpulled that one, and then all the other ones I completely miss in the front, and I'm just very upset. So here's my first attempt. That was my closest to hitting a power snatch as far as height goes. I do make a rep. It's not quite a power, but none of them look very promising, and I get really frustrated. So here's the one I make. Not quite a power, but not quite a full snatch. So I'm not sure how to count that. And then my catch here on this is kind of sketchy. So yeah, a little bit out front, and then I try my best to just dip my head under. Um, yeah, here's another miss. Just not high enough. And then I gave up on doing powers at this point. So I moved into just doing double hang snatches, but I couldn't do a first rep for so many sets that I don't even know what was going on. Yeah, that should be a make. Um, I think it's just the timing of kind of where my body is once the bar is over my head. That one too. Like watching this back is just making me really frustrated. um, yeah, I missed this one too. That one was a little bit forward. I can admit, maybe not as high as it should have been, but I really just don't know how to parse that. Yeah, that one I just gave up. I was very upset with that one. So here's the only one that I really make the first rep. Oh, but I failed the second rep, so yeah, I gave up. I if I had a stronger mental, I think I would have been able to do those. I don't think 195 is too hard or too heavy for me to do a power snatch. But I gave up. And then I moved straight into the snatch deadlifts, similar to last week. Just 5 sets of three with 3 top sets at 230. So last week was 220, this week is 230. I can kind of reiterate what I said last week, but for the snatch deadlifts here, I'm gonna increase to probably around 235 or so. And then once I'm deadlifting 235 from the floor pretty well, then I will eventually start transitioning into moving 235 with speed with pulls. So like kind of getting closer to the snatch lift, the execution of the lift. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think that a lot of the deadlifts that I've been doing has helped with my power snatch for sure. I I don't know if I would be able to power snatch without having done those sumo deadlifts. Here's my last set of snatch deadlifts. These were all pretty easy. Like I don't struggle doing these. And it's a real nice change of pace from missing all those snatches to being able to do something correctly. And then after that, I moved into some snatch balances, which is an exercise I've quite literally never done. Maybe if I did, it was maybe like a one-time thing where like I just went to see how much I could do. So today was kind of testing the waters. Normally in this slot, I would have a snatch push press plus overhead squat. Maybe it's like a 2+1, 1+1. One time it was 3+2, but that is a little bit far from what the actual position overhead is for the snatch. So I'm gonna probably start doing these snatch balances, maybe even drop snatches moving forward. But I actually really like these. If it weren't for the horrendous snatch effort earlier, I think today would have been a really great day because these feel nice. They're fun to do, and I feel really strong when I do them. So the overarching theme. So I do 3 singles here at 205 just to work up to a few singles. They're very light, but the overarching theme for these is to kind of do like a power jerk as I fall into a squat with the bar over my head. And I wanted to do at least 195 to show that I was actually able to handle 195 over my head. I know that sounds silly, but I failed so many times today that it just got really in my head and I was not having a good time. So once I hit 195, I thought, okay, 205 is a decent weight to end it off at. So and then I moved into doing some pull-ups. Today I went to 75. Last week I was at 72 and a half. I think today I honestly pulled it a little bit higher than I did 72 and a half last week, but still not super high. So here's my top set. First rep is almost always good, and then my second and my third reps are subpar, to say the least. And then after that, I do my back off sets at 40. So 3 sets of 5 at 40. First set is always easier than the second, and second's always easier than the third. But I was able to bang it out and just get it done. And then after that, I finished my workout with my ab wheel. So these are really easy. It's getting to the point where I don't get sore the next day as much as I used to. So maybe I'll start adding some variations like zigzagging the wheel, or maybe starting on my toes and then coming back on my knees. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, all in all today was just bad. And I think if I had a stronger mental, I would have been able to come back and actually do one snatch decently. And yeah, that would conclude it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.